afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Brewing Live All New Season, episode 94 for mental preparedness in the new landscape of living amidst challenges of our present time. Brewing Live is a community service of Decaf Coffee Republic, our coaching hub, and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. In partnership with Life Coach Philippines, our heart here as game changers is to brew mental fitness in your space and help nurture holistic mental health for you and the people that matters to you. So shout out to all my fellow game changers serving in this corner of the digital space and advancing life coaching ethically and authentically. Giving is a lifestyle that never goes out of style, so I encourage you to expand your heart today by supporting the works that we do by blessing Decaf Coffee Republic with your food and beverage order. We have a lot in store for you at Decaf. Just check out their page. They have new products, especially if you're switching to a healthy one. They have a lot to offer at this time. Of course, we have delicious vegan meals and fresh guayabano juice. There's now an addition. We have mango juice and lemon. So you can try it out, check it out. Just go to the page of Decap, or you can message, of course, Coach Rezzhel or Coach Rog at 0917-586-1661. This is to help you with the easy switch to healthy eating, to help you out in your journey to your physical health. And of course, we also have sausage platter, waffles, and cakes for your favorite and classic comfort food. I assure you, the sausage, my kids love it. We all love it, and I recommend it. Just check it out. Do connect with them. It's always fresh, so it's not like what you buy in the supermarket. So go get it. It's a comfort food, really. Please check, of course, their FB page for for the menu of sumptuous meal and refreshing drinks, or connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to bring Decaf Coffee Republic experience to your place. We are open, of course, from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. only for your order on pickup and delivery. For other ways to support our community works, you may also give some stars or love gift through fan transfer. For the stars, just you can see it in your mobile phone. Just click it. Send me stars, please. Ang hingi, no? So send me stars, send the stars. If the talk connects with you, you're blessed by the talk. There's something that you gain from today. You can also do not forget, of course, to do your hashtag pack my bag moment and send me stars. So just check the caption also of this page of this video for bank info and GCash account if you will be sending us some love gifts. If you join us in, welcome and thank you for being here. You may circulate the link of this video to invite your friends to watch with you and even your families. You may also tag them in the comments below and give them some shout out, encouragement, motivation, and best, just acknowledge and express gratitude. So shout out to everyone. If you're joining us here, tag along some friends, give them some inspiring message. Who knows, they really need it at this time. And as for me, let me give my shout out to fellow mental model collectors inside Bill Learning Society by Master Coach A. Yes, we are mental model collectors. How many mental models now do we have? We have a lot now in the just span of 4 months. Yeah, we're 4 months in the Bill Learning Society. And of course, special mention to those fellow mental models who now have their bronze badge. I also have that. And if you are not yet a smart holder of Bill Learning e-card and you're still missing all the perks that we enjoy, today is the best time for you to take action. So connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to join the Bill Learning Society, the tent maker of Bill Learning Homes for mental fitness. And of course, if you get to join us, you enjoy 3 perks. Of course, you get the 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic, and you get full access to Master Coach A's Mental Model Masterclass, which happens every 4th Saturday of the month. And you also get a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So save the date, this coming October 30. Our next Mental Model Masterclass at 7 p.m., Master Coach A will teach us about Thought Leadership Mental Model Mastery. So learn the Thought Leadership Mental Model and discover how to become a 21st century knowledge entrepreneur. And if you're part of the Bill Learning last month, you will now see how the multiplier skills can fully you can fully maximize it and how it can help you in the Thought Leadership Mental Model Mastery. So for more information, well, of course, if you're not part of the last month's class, that's okay. You can enroll early on and just connect with any of the coach or with any of our mental models, and we will be happy to help you understand what the multiplier skill is, so that it will be easy for you to connect it to the thought leadership mental model that Master Coach A will be teaching us this October 30. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661. And of course, moving on for today's episode, I will be sharing fear is nothing to be feared. So what is fear? Syempre, yung karamihan sa atin andun sa space na may fear, no? So please do tag your friends, forward this video link, and invite others to join our conversation on mental preparedness. But before that, if this is your first time joining us, I am Life Coach Tindy Joya from Life Coach Philippines. I am a professional certified co-active co-create life coach and certified mental health coach. I am a public speaker. I was a member of Master Coach A's 6-step to 6-figure public speaking career training. I am a mental model collector, and I am also a master builder apprentice of Master Coach A, where we help you create tribes to support your unstoppable dream. I am the founder and creator of a Women's Epiphany coaching community where I help women create that intention to make the decision to be the mom, wife, woman that they can be, so that they can influence and make an impact to have a family that thrives in a safe mental and emotional space. And shout out to all the people joining me now. Of course, we have Coach Lynn, thank you, and Leonard. Hello, Mayor Leonard. Hello, Coach Nords. And of course, I have here my better half, Coach Sean. And of course, just tag along a lot of friends out there. And of course, Lady Jen, thank you so much for joining me this lunchtime. So hope you're enjoying your lunch together with your family. This is a Saturday, so maybe at this time magkakasabay kayong kumain. So habang nagla-lunch kayo, get to hear me speak about fear, and maybe you can help your kids understand that there is nothing to fear. All right? So they say that when you try to ignore your fear, it grows. When you face it, it shrinks. So the more you ignore the fear, the more it grows. But when you face your fear, the fear shrinks and at times it gets lost. What is fear? Fear, it is a human emotion that is triggered by perceived threat. So, ibig sabihin, there's really a threat that is looking at you in the eye. Fear arises with a threat of harm, either physical, emotional, or psychological, real, or imagined. And traditionally, fear is considered a negative emotion. However, fear actually serves an important role in keeping us safe as it mobilizes us to cope with potential danger. So technically, pag narinig mo si fear, ang iniisip lang talaga natin, ayaw mo si fear kasi negative yun, di ba? But as Master Coach A always says, God did not create anything that is bad. So fear in a way is still good because it gives us that instinct, it gives us that feeling that something bad is gonna happen. So parang may may radar that would help us see a possible threat in our life. Kaya lang, we really have to qualify threat. Kasi minsan, well, I'm also guilty about that, especially nung hindi pa ako coach. Madami talaga akong fears, parang I don't wanna take a risk in life. Pag hindi okay, pag hindi planado, pag parang alanganin ako, ayoko. So, it's actually fear. Pero wala namang threat. So, we're so afraid to really take that risk. There are actually 3 factors of fear. First is intensity. How severe is the harm that is threatened? So, merong sense na merong harm may threat eh. Second is timing. Is the harm immediate or impending? So that's one. And coping. What, if any, actions can be taken to reduce or eliminate fear? So pag titingnan mo, pag sinabing fear, meron talaga siyang intensity, timing, and coping. So pag sinabi mong natatakot akong itry is there really an intensity to that fear? It's like you will really have that severe harm or threat, or is it immediate or impending na mararamdaman mo yung fear na yon? And will there be any action to reduce it or eliminate it? So when we are able to eliminate or to cope with the fear or the threat, this lessens or removes the fear. Alternatively, when we are helpless to decrease the threat of harm, it intensifies the fear. So tingnan natin, when it comes to our life, what are those things that we feel threatened? What are those things that we feel we will be harmed? Kaya ayaw natin kumilos. Parang sabi nga ni Coach Candy, when comfort is no longer comfortable. So, gusto ba natin nasa comfort zone lang tayo and yet we complain bakit ganito lang ang buhay natin? Is it really fear that is causing you not to take action in life? Kaya minsan ang dami nating the challenges that we're encountering, the situation that we are in, we're so fearful. So, okay lang na ganito tayo and yet we're not happy about it. We're not fulfilled. So, are we really fearing fear, or what's really happening with our brains? So how does fear impacts our thinking? When we are fearful daw, the brain short circuits more rational processing paths, and the brain reacts immediately to signals from the amygdala instead of more rational processing. So what usually happens, the amygdala where we have those emotions, mas triggered siya pag we are fearful. So hindi niya napaprocess rationally yung things kasi nauna na nga yung emotion ng fear. So what happens is the brain perceives events as negative. So when in this overactive state, sometimes called the amygdala hijack, yun yung term nila na-hijack si amygdala kaya daw tayo fearful, the brain perceives events as negative and remembers them that way. So there might be a case in your life that there was a situation and you felt fear. So when you are faced with a similar situation, or na-trigger yung emotion mo kahit magkaibang situation, pero na-trigger yung emotion mo on something that would have reminded you of that particular moment, ang naaalala ni brain yung negative. So instantly, the brain would really overreact and will not let you take action or process it rationally. So what usually happens is we notice and store all the details. The brain then, when it stores all the details surrounding the danger, the sights, sounds, odors, time of day, weather, and so forth, then these memories tends to be very durable, although they may also be fragmented. So kahit fragments lang siya, whether ng emotion, ng sight, ng sound, ng smell, if you remember, or if you're faced with a certain situation and any of those senses are triggered, the brain actually automatically remembers it, so it feeds fear in your brain. And the details of that event can trigger fear later. So the sights, the sounds, and other contextual details of a fearful event may bring back the memory, or they may cause us to feel afraid without consciously knowing why. So pinifeed niya yung emotion. Because these cues were associated with a previous danger, or the brain may see them as a predictor of threat. Depende kasi kung paano nahagip ni brain yung certain situation. Pwede naman kasing hindi talaga siya something that is really fearful or something that is harmful, pero na-perceive ni brain na there's a threat. So automatic, di ba, ang responses nga ng natin is pain and pleasure. So if there's pain, fear is considered as pain, then the brain will automatically remember it if it's triggered. So mag-initiate na siya ng fear. Hello, Master Coach Jasmine. And in severe cases, this can also result to post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. It means it's reacting to cues were associated with previous dangers as a predictor of stress, which often happens with post-traumatic stress disorder. So for example, di ba yung mga soldiers who experience bombing on, for example, on a foggy day, they might find that pag after ng, kaya di ba madaming, may term dun na after daw ma-discharge ang soldier, minsan they are triggered or at times nagkakaroon sila ng depression or at times they become paranoid because the brain remembers the threat when they were still in action or when they were still in service. So, for example, kung na-feel niya yung stress on the bombing na parang cloudy day. So, paglabas niya, possible na when it's cloudy, matitrigger ng memory niya na on a certain cloudy day, nagkaroon ng bombing and I almost lost my life. So, magkakaroon na ulit siya. Parang may matitrigger ng brain yung memory and then automatically, it will hijack the amygdala and will let fear and you will be able to experience the fear. So, ganun daw ang fear. So, pag titingnan natin, lagi nga sinasabi ni Master Coach A, when you feel fear, is there an immediate threat in your life? May papatay ba sa harap mo? Papatayin ka ba? Or may nakikita ka bang pinapatay at alam mong susunod, ikaw na? Kasi nga daw minsan, ayaw natin kumilos, sasabi natin, takot ako eh. Takot ka saan? May stress ba talaga? Kasi when there is fear, there should be threat. However, our brain at times is not processing it rationally kasi nga, there might be a painful experience that is connected with that fear. At yun yung na-store sa brain natin, hindi siya nakakalimutan ni brain. Kaya minsan, hindi din tayo nakakakilos. So, don't let fear kill your life. Get moving. So, I will give you some steps on how you can really start overcoming those fears. And if you really need help with that, connect with me. Let's have a conversation. Or you can connect with any of the coaches that is here with us, joining us in the chat box. And if you're also watching this on replay, comment #replay. And if you have questions, feel free to send me a message or you can also directly message any of the coaches that is joining us online. All right? So here's some steps that you can take to counter the fear that you are feeling. Or for you to really be able to qualify the fear. Tingnan nga natin kung talagang may threat. First, understand fear and embrace it. Well, fear, sabi ko kanina, fear is not always negative. Fear exists to keep us safe. It is not inherently bad or good, but it's a tool that we can use to make better decisions. So fear naman is okay. Fear isn't designed to keep us inactive. So remember that fear was not designed to make us inactive, but to help us act in ways that generate the results we need and want. So pag sinasabi ng taong takot ako, takot ka saan? Is there an immediate threat? So qualify it. So understand where that fear is coming from and embrace it. And then let's do rational processing. Embrace fear as instruction and let it inform your actions but not control them. So what you do when you understand your fear and embrace it, get it as an instruction for you. Parang, I'm afraid of something. I'm afraid to try new things. So identify what are the threats that you perceive that will happen. Kaya takot kang mag-take action. And then once you're done with it, plan out the action that you want to do, but do not let that fear control you. Better yet, connect with us so we can help you. All right? Second is, don't just do something. Stand there. What we do is we tend to admire people who are quick to action. But being deliberate, creating a plan, and pacing yourself are also actions. Many successful undertaking has been threatened or ruined by haste alone. So when fear strikes, Consider whether the correct action might be to analyze the options and make a wise, thought-out choice rather than jumping to what seems right in the heat of the moment. Kaya daw tayo minsan takot na gumalaw or to take action because we're not doing something about it. Minsan kasi nakikita natin yung ibang tao na they did something, feeling mo they just jump into it without any action. Hindi mo naisip na may mga ginawa sila to reach that level. Kaya lang, ang nakita mo lang ay yung success na nila. So, most often what we do is we jump in haste. So, when we experience failure, when we experience pain, parang natitrigger din yung fear sa katawan, sa brains natin actually. And then when you are presented with a new opportunity that you can take action or you could really do something, hindi ka na makakilos. You remember the fear na previously nangyari sa'yo na parang you take action but nothing happened. So, nag-i-initiate siya ngayon ng fear. But what you can do is don't just do something, but really stand and take ownership. And of course, name the fear. Sometimes it's not enough that you merely state what your fear is. What's important is it gives you the strength to deal with it. So say out your fear out loud, write it down, or focus your thoughts or your mind on it. And when you try to ignore your fear, remember it grows. But when you face it, it shrinks. Fourth is educate yourself. We are afraid of nothing so much as the unknown. Si Coach Lynn, di ba, si Coach Lynn ay saying yes to the unknown. So di ba when it's unknown, it's really fearful. Parang I don't want to take risks. I don't really know what's on the other end. But if your fear, usually it's actually the fear that we're getting. That's why we're not able to say yes to the unknown is because we lack the information. So what you can do is get yourself educated, get that information or knowledge. You need to examine the situation which is based on facts rather than speculation. So dito mo ngayon tingnan, ano ba yung fact at ano yung opinions, ano yung speculations, so that you can understand what causes you that fear. Educate yourself. And of course, gain a sense of proportion. How big of a deal really is the thing you're afraid of? We sometimes get so caught up in the success or failure of a particular quest that we lose sense of where it fits or in what everything else we value. So ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Madalas po namin itanong yan, what's the worst that can happen? Kasi di ba fearful ka? So what do you think is the worst that can happen if you take that action? Because sometimes the reality might be bad, but often you might find that the fear itself is worse than whatever it is you're afraid of happening. Minsan, because we're not taking action, we let go of opportunities and mas pangit tuloy yung nagiging result instead of us really taking action and knowing how it will end up. It's about really taking risks and overcoming your fear. Be willing to pivot. What does it mean? Is if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. But of course, there's also a saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if you're afraid to do something again because it didn't work out the last time, figure out why it didn't work and try something different before you give up trying altogether. Do a pivot. Hindi yung, alam mo, hindi nag-succeed nung una, so ayaw mo na ulit mag-try. Tama yung sinabi, insanity is doing the same things over and over, but expecting a different result. So face that fear and find out what strategies you can take aside from the previous one that failed so that you will really get what you want to achieve. And if it's really too much, if fear is crippling you to take action in life, kahit wala namang stress, pero feeling mo it's not letting you move, it's becoming too fearful for you, then get help. Whatever you're afraid of, is it something you have to do alone? Then Don't do it alone. Get help. Get a mentor or a support group to help you through it, or get a life coach. Like athletes have coaches. So even if they're afraid, they are able to try. Students have teachers. Sometimes friends can also act as one. However it is, whatever it is, get help. All right, so that's how you can overcome. There is really nothing to be, nothing to fear out of fear. Because ang una mong iisipin, is there really a threat? Is there really harm that will cause me pain or that might cost my life? Yun lang ang maging basis mo for you to say that you're afraid to take action. Pag hindi siya nag-qualify doon sa 3 factors, the intensity, the timing, and the coping up, then it's okay. But whatever it is, there's always a way to work out your fear. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me this lunchtime. You may find the YouTube link where you can watch the replay of all the episodes of Brewing Live in the caption of this video. Please do follow and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when new learning videos becomes available. And of course, thank you for joining me today and supporting the advancement of mental fitness. Because of the ongoing GCQ, the free talk on mental preparedness every Saturday at 4 p.m. is temporarily put on hold, but you can still connect with us with any of your coaching needs 24/7, and we will support in the best possible way. And if you are interested to become a professional service provider, either as a life coach or mental health coach like us, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to know more about the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Certification Program by Master Coach. We're gonna be having the next batch, the next class this coming October 16, 23, and 30. So you still have time to enroll. So do join us. And we are now also accepting application for mental health certification and internship program with limited slots. So make sure that you make the reservation with Coach Rezzhel. And of course, the good news is we are now CPD accredited provider. So if you will be joining us as a life coach, you will be undergoing the certification. You will now have CPD units with it. And of course, if your company or organizations needs some training, webinars, workshops, whatever it is, and you need CPD units, we can now provide you with that. So just connect with us, connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661. And join us back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for episode 95, which is Insomnia by Coach Candy Teng. And Decaf Coffee Republic is located inside Pioneer Center compound, or widely known as PC. We are just across Bayanihan Center in Pioneer Road, corner Brixtons and United Streets in Capitolia, Pasig City. So just drop by, give us a visit, and you can also pick up your orders there, and you can have a conversation with us. So that's it for me today. This is Life Coach Team Joya, mentally fit to serve in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. See you tomorrow and have a blessed day.